look, there's a counselor right here. What's the order this week? All right. Miss Bats. The Royal Pools.
Why don't you relax in the bath? Join my soldiers in their revelry.
It's easy. You kill the things. I'm not the leader. Hell yeah, let's two-man this. Why not?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No.
You just got a thank you out of that.
Playing games. Start on it. Up and down. I'm not home. I'm sure we'll wait until I get ready to go. Yeah, why not? No. No, we're leaving with you. Yeah, well, why? Yeah, come on. No, for real, you can't watch this.
Guardian down.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so I don't know which way Danny wants to do it, but it works the same way both ways, whether you start on the left side or start on the bottom. But if you what? I don't think so. Oh, you know what? I still might have made it. My bad. Let me check. I do. Sorry. No, it's not one big rotation. It's two smaller rotations. Okay, so we're a team of 6, and there's gonna be 2 teams of 3. There's 4 corners, right? And everybody starts at one corner. You can. There's 2 different ways of doing it. I'll let Danny decide which way he wants to do it. Whether the left side is one team or the bottom versus the top is one team. Both strats work the exact same way. It's a matter of size. Left and right. Okay. So okay, that's easy enough. So for instance, we have the front left and the back left. That's going to be one team. We're going to have a middle person part of that one team. And the same thing for the right hand side. What you do is at the same time you jump on those little orbs. It's actually better to stagger it, but we'll get there. And so now you have a team of 3, right? You have one person on the orb here at the front left, you have a person at the orb on the back left, and then you have the person in the middle who's going to grab the little buff that happens with the orb in the very center. That thing recharges like every 3 seconds, so you don't need to stand there and wait. You can just grab it and go. And what you do is that team of 3 rotates. So you have the front left goes to the middle, and then after the middle goes to the back left. And then that person comes back to the middle and goes back to the front left. And everybody on that side does the exact same thing. So you're constantly moving. And you're also always refreshing that buff. That buff makes it to where this water here does not hurt you. Otherwise it does hurt. And what happens is while you're standing on that plate with the orb, having that buff so the water doesn't hurt you, these little chains are going to be moving down. What they're going to be doing is pulling what's called a bather up from underneath in the water. It's a big fatty champion guy. And you're going to have to kill him when he comes up. And there's going to be a bunch of different little ads. It's actually not too bad, especially once you get started on it. And what happens is, as after a while, the chain's going to lock. At that point, you're going to get in the middle. That's phase 2. Moving back to phase 1. If anybody comes off of the plate, the chain's going to start moving backwards, which is bad. It goes slow both ways. It goes slow up and slow down. So it's a simple matter of staying on the plate, killing your ads, and supporting each other. When your buff gets down to about 10 or 15 seconds is when your teammate should be relieving you at that position. At that point, you go rush to the middle, help clear any ads if there's any, throw a grenade, hit them. You don't have to stay up there too long. They don't have to be all cleared out, just something to help because that's what everybody does. And then you move back to your other point. So 2 teams of 3, and there's always one person on each plate. So it's a triangle rotation, but not really like from front left to back left. You never go that way. It's always with the middle. So it's front left, middle, back left, middle, front left, middle, back left, middle. Same with the other side. Front right, middle, back right, middle, front right, middle, back right, middle, so on and so forth. When all the lock, that's phase 1. That's it. That's all there is to it. You just keep doing it till all of these little locks lock up. It is, but once you have a once you have a brief overview, it becomes super easy. Now, if you look at these little lock things here, you see these little knobs. These knobs will go all the way to the most upright position as a lock. You'll hear a click, you'll see the chain stop moving, you can tell it's in a different position than what it looks like right now. When that all happens, we all rush to the middle. Someone with a roaming super, warlock that's got Stormcaller, Striker Titan, Tether on a Hunter, whatever, is going to rotate. Usually it takes about 2 of us to do it. A bunch of bathers are going to come in. And these chains here in the middle are going to pull up. Each of these 3 areas where you see this purple mist is going to have 3 like vials of purple ooze. Our job is to DPS every single one of them while staying in the middle for that buff, with bathers coming around trying to knock you off of that platform, hence the roaming supers. You can rotate out, it doesn't really matter. You can turn around and kill them. But typically, you just focus on the first left one here, then the first right one there, and then the one in the back. It usually takes 1 to 2 rounds of doing it. Sometimes it can take 3. After that, it gets bad. When the round is done, there's going to be a counselor, one of those ones you have to go inside and punch him. I think. I don't think it's a shooting one. I think it's a punching one. After that, you go back to your original positions, the ones we're going to start in just a second, and rinse and repeat. And you do it again. Everybody has one res. That's it. You know, you each get the one res token, just like any other boss fight in here or event or whatever. And after that, you collect loot. Here's the difficulty. Okay, when I was talking before about staggering, generally on this left side, and the reason for the left side is because the front or the back right, way back over there across the map, is the most difficult, but it's also the easiest at the same time because of ads. The strongest people with the best long range weapons, whether you have 300 plus, Nameless Midnight, things of that nature, want to start here in the back because of all the ads that come in through the door. We just walked in. It's easier to crossfire and alleviate some of the burden for everyone else. The front generally has to move around and do a lot more stuff because it's a lot more cramped up top there. So the ads kind of get around these little pillars and stuff a little more crazier. But it's easier because you have more cover because of that same reason. Now the reason why you want to stagger is because if we have to back somebody up who's new to the fight and still kind of unsure, you don't want all these orbs to be on the same timer, but you have to start them all at the same time. So what that means is generally you have like the first person who would be back here where I'm at. When we all jump down, this first person here in my position would generally jump back up to where I'm standing for about 5 seconds and then jump back down. The reason for that is because it gives you a lot more breathing room when everyone starts getting lower on their buff. And so you can help if someone has to go rush up and get a res or help clear ads. Because if you have them all at the same timer and you have someone going off, there's going to be someone not on the platform, and that's going to make progress a lot harder to get these chains in their locked positions. Now, I don't know if that's a better explanation, Danny, but that's the most complete I can think of. I don't care. You put me in any spot. I don't care at all. I've done every single role in this raid, so it doesn't matter to me. Middle's the easiest. You just kind of roam and kill some ads with that buff until the first bather comes up, and then that's when you take the spot of a corner and let the other person go. If you're using a long range gun, Vigilance, Wing, Mida, Nameless Midnight, things of that nature, then you want to be towards these first positions because you can shoot all the way across. Because we're all sitting right here, ads come out this big fatty door we just walked through, and they come through here, then they start splitting off to their sides. So if you're standing over in one of those corners on this side, you can just shoot them. And you can help your buddy across the way and all that stuff. Whereas up top, you can't. There's no line of sight. So it's a little more difficult. Yes. But remember, people who are up front do come to the back also. So keep that in mind. So what I suggest is if you're using an SMG, make sure you're using either a shotgun, rocket launcher, merciless, or you have a really nice healthy hand cannon like a Sunspot or Better Devils. You know, something that does like explosive rounds to help clear the bathers. Generally, if you have a double hitting hand cannon or a merciless, throw one grenade, hit him with that a couple times, and he's dead. But if you try tanking that bather, he's gonna whoop you. They hit hard. They're like those little hatchet equipped guys in the public events that come after you. Who's like eating their microphone? Yeah. I hear crackling and stuff. Anyways, that's generally the way it goes. There's going to be a couple of the fatty cabals, and there's going to be a couple scions. They're real basic and easy to kill, headshot for dead type of deal. Those bathers Those bathers are the difficult ones. It is. It is. And the reason why I gave that overview is I don't expect you guys all to remember all that, but once you start seeing it unfolding, it's going to all come together. It will take at least a solid round or two so you actually realize what's going on. And then after that, you'll realize how easy this fight really is. Sir? Where am I going? All right. Yeah, corner, corner, middle, other corner, middle, other corner, middle, other corner, middle. That's all it is, back and forth. Just mind your buff. If you have to get rezzed, you have to go get the buff again. You will not have it. So standing on the platform, if you got res, is just going to kill you. Same thing goes with the middle. You're going to have to jump out, then come back in to get that buff, because if you don't have it, the water's going to kill you. I mean, you can stand in the water right now, and you can see the kind of damage it'll do. Just imagine that when you're taking fire. It doesn't hurt, but when you're taking fire at the same time, you're going to die quick. Yeah. Anyways, if any of you guys want to be internet famous, I'm also streaming right now. So, no pressure. Sure. Just call it. No, you'll kill yourself with a grenade launcher.
Guardian down.
Jump on. Told you, you all have to jump at the same time. You have to get the buff first. All right, get off your platforms. Go ahead and res them. It's fine. We'll just practice it. Go ahead and res them. We'll do it step by step. It's good. It's good. Res them. Oh, so we're gonna be two down. We got. All right, cool. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just get the practice in. It's good. Okay, who's in the middle? Okay, someone did get the buff. I see the buff now, so that's perfectly fine. You guys all ready? Okay, I'm gonna count down from 3, and then we're gonna jump on. You can just step off, or you can jump. Doesn't really matter which. All right, 3, 2, 1. Yay! There we started. So I'm gonna jump back off real quick, just to. Alright, jumping back on now, so it helps stagger. Not yet. Just stay in your corner till the middle person comes to relieve you. It doesn't really matter. Let them kill some ads and stuff. Kill your bathers.
Guardian down.
It's okay. Someone better pick her up though. And I need my relief to come out here soon. It's okay. Go. Yeah. Absolutely. Always be on the platform if you can. Well, crap. I'm not going to make it there in 5 seconds. I'll try though. No, we're going to wipe. There it is. Yeah, the big hatchet men are the bathers. What's up, Trav? Appreciate it, man. Sword's fine. Sword will work. Just be careful, because if you get a res and you jump out into the water attacking, you might mess things up. Anyways, another point. It is more important to survive than it is to get your kill. So if you need assistance, just call out. That's what we have middle people for. And we can do the rotation at any time. Sure. Stay on. Yeah. No. When you stay, no, in the very center, just grab it and go. Grab it and go for the center. The corners you stay on. Yeah. The corners control the chains, so you always have to be on the corners. The middle is only for the buff, so that's it. As soon as you grab the buff, yeah. Once you start going on the rotations, you guys don't really ever stop unless you're just killing some ads in the middle. You just keep going. You don't have to wait till 1 second. It'll keep refreshing. You can leave at 15, at 10, at 20, whatever. The faster you are, the more efficient you are, the less or the more time you're going to have remaining on your buff. It just has to always be going. All right, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Sweet. Change moving. Yeah, when you hear that horn, you know it's good news. If your middle's clear, just go ahead and start doing it. That way you're always helping a bather coming out too. Yep. It's fine.
Guardian down.
Alright, my buff's worn off. John, go ahead and go. I'm hearing you. I'm down. It's just all practice. It's all practice. Yeah, might as well now. Have Teresa start in the middle first, it'll be easier. Because when that bather comes up, it becomes like all of a sudden, it's a pinch. It becomes rough real quick. Okay. So you have 4 corners and someone in the middle. And that middle person picks a corner. It doesn't even really matter which, as long as on your own side. Like, I start in this front left one, which we can call 1 for simplistic reasons. And then the far left one we'll call 2, right? So the close one is 1, far one is 2. So I go from 1 to center, to 2 to center, to 1 to center, to 2 to center. Same thing with, we'll call it 3, which is where long range is at, and 4, which is where Teresa and Dark Knight are at. And it becomes 3, center, 4, center, 3, center, 4, center. Over and over. That's all it is. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Clear your ads. The bather's job is to kick you off that platform. Grenades, merciless swords, rocket launchers, whatever you have works really well. They're not one shot. So if you have to, use a super. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about saving your supers. I already used mine and I already have it back up. And that's just from the 2 practice runs. It comes up super quick. No pun intended. Yeah. So if you have an auto rifle, Auto rifles work really good for all the ads, and then if you have something that hits a little heavier for your bathers, that way you're always rotating guns and you're never stuck without ammo, because you do not want to be stuck when those bathers come out, because you can kill them while they're coming up the platform. When the platform stops, they jump forward and they just start smacking you. So you have all that time. So grenade, rocket launcher, sword, merciless, any fusion rifle, shotgun work wonderfully because you can attack them while they're coming up. They're not immune at all, ever. Anyway, any other questions? Ask. Don't. Do what? The person in the middle will come get you. What that means is you have to communicate. So if you're getting to be about 10 or 15, you need to call for them. Because when you don't have that buff, you can't be on that platform because you're going to take damage. When you're not on that platform, the chain's moving backwards, which is the whole point of this fight, is to get those chains to their locked positions. The ads don't even matter. You can ignore all the ads if you can, but those chains have to move. So if you're getting to be about 15, 15 count, and there's no one here near you, call it out. Say, hey, look, I need someone over here. And that person should be running over. Now, those in the middle, don't stand around idle. If your middle's clear, it's not overwhelming in the middle. Again, remember, you can ignore ads. It's okay to leave 3 or 4 of them if you have to. Grab that buff, go to the next corner. The more you move, the better it is. Yeah. The only reason why it's good to help clear the ads in the middle is, one, when we all rush into the middle, we can just set up and go instead of having to deal with 7 ads. And 2, people who leave the platform are generally kind of already hurt, and those ads can finish you off if you're not, regened up fast enough by the time you get back to the middle to grab the buff. Yeah, that's what I usually use my shoulder charges for, is exactly that. Anyway, if you see your count get under 20, call it out, because we can start moving at that point. There's no debuff, so people can alternate accordingly as well. It doesn't matter at all. It just makes it more. Yeah. It's better to live than it is. You get like 3 rounds till you get poisoned or corrupted or whatever it's called. So if you have to step off, then do it. To blow your super, stand off for a second. If you think that's going to be the case, like if you're not prepared for your bather, just call it out. We can rotate early. Like for instance, I'm all the way across from long range right now. I'm using Sins of the Past. I can literally, watch, I'll even do it because I have plenty of rockets to do it. I can sit there and just do that. And that'll give him a hand. I can do the same thing to Danny, except it's a little more difficult where I'm located. I can shoot a rocket all the way across my side. That's not a problem. So just call it out if you need to, and someone who's nearby can do it. Oh, I'm about to buy that emote, Danny. I see Tessa selling it. Anyway, yeah, if you guys are ready, we can do it again. All right, 3, 2, 1. All you guys really have to do is just watch your buff and watch your ads. Stay alive. That's it. Name of the game. Just stay alive. What killed you? No. Someone get her up. I'm getting it right now. John, I'm coming up to you. I'm coming up to you right now, John. Go ahead and go.
down.
We're wiping out on the machine. Yeah. I was just getting ammo and stuff. If you have the buff on, the water does not hurt you. Just keep that in mind. Like here, watch. So like I have the buff right now. I stand in this water. This water don't hurt me nothing. But you can't jump in the little tiny pools in there because you'll die. But you can just sit here, run around in the water. It doesn't hurt. So yeah, if you're on these platforms and you need to escape and you saw that buff, come to the back. Don't jump on top because they'll just shoot you. Just come to the back, you know, pop a shield or whatever it is you have to reach in, or hide or rift or whatever, and shoot something, throw a grenade, and then get back into it or call out. And deaths happen, but there should be zero reason why you should die without someone else knowing why. Like, I mean, before or after the fact. So, like, if I'm having trouble with a bather, hey man, come help me, get ready to res me. I don't have this. And then if I die, whoever's coming to relieve my corner knows that they're gonna have to pick me up, and then I have to go run to the middle anyways because they won't have the buff. So it's fluid. It's not like, oh, it's been 5 seconds. Someone go pick up this person. No, there's no blame, nothing like that. It's just, it's team effort. Alright, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, go ahead and start taking your corners. I'm going to grab the middle, and then I'm coming up to the front or back. Or... John, I'm coming to you right now. Go ahead and go, man. I'm here. Yeah, you're good. You're good. All you gotta do is go to the middle, grab your buff, and then go relieve Danny. And look, we're almost. Go to the center. Yeah, go to the center, grab the buff, and then Teresa, you go back down to relieve Dark Knight. Alright, Nick then. I just wasted my super. Alright. John, go ahead and go. I'm here. I'm here. Go ahead and go. It's locked. It's locked. Everyone to the middle. Everyone to the middle now. Alright. I'll blow my super. Get in the middle and shoot those things. Don't worry about the guys, the ads. I got them. Yeah, shoot the purple thing. You have to be on the platform.
Guardian down. Guardian down.
It's fine. When you're in that middle platform is when you can damage the purple vials. If you get pushed out, I don't think you can get it back. I'm not sure. So anyway, if someone has a tether, just go ahead and shoot that down. That's fine. And then roaming supers, there's gonna be tons of orbs. You can blow it, go back. As long as 3 or 4 of us are doing damage, we'll be fine. We don't all have to worry about getting those purple vials down ASAP. Cool, because we have plenty of high enough levels here. That'll get done. Yeah. I think one of the purple vials actually got broken too. There you go. See? Perfect. That's all you need. Yes, all 9. All 9 of them. 30 seconds, I think, or a minute maybe. They don't reset. So the next time. Yeah. So like if we're not able to get them all the first time, the second time we're up in there, they're going to be still damaged. So when they go immune, then you pop your counselor and then you go back to your original positions, and then you do all this again, and then you go back up to the center after they lock again. Those broken vials are still going to be broken. So you have like 3 rounds to do it, and then you get corrupted, and then that's bad juju. I think you only have like 5 seconds to finish the event, and you get corrupted until you die. Yeah, no worries. Who all here has done this before? Alright, fair enough. That's totally cool. I was just curious. It's fine. It's going to be easier for me to remember you as Dark Knight at first anyways, because when I do callouts, I just look at names on my screen. I just already know Danny and Teresa, so it's easier to call them out, because otherwise I'm not going to say Poos and Poos too. Yeah. See, I've known them for a while, so I do know them as Danny and Teresa, so it's easier that way. But by the end of the night, Nick, I'll be calling you Nick, not Dark Knight. I'll probably even start doing that now just because I said your name a bunch of times. Nah, I ain't doing all that nonsense. I ain't gonna lie, I'm just not going to. Yeah, and that's it. That what we just did right there. The only thing you haven't seen yet is the counselor coming up. But okay, I was like, we're about 5 seconds away from that happening, anyways. So I mean, that's it. That's the fight. The dogs are going to be a little more trickier, and oh, okay. So who here has not done any of the events in the raid before? Okay. Anyone who holds the crystal during the dogs, the first and foremost thing you have to remember is every time you blow a flower, there's only 3 points where a beast handler is going to come out from. They're all the upper floor doors, and you just have to kill them first. Just do it. If you do, the rest of your job's easier, because although the handlers aren't a problem for us, even though we don't have weapons, they don't do a lot of damage. They make the dogs go nuts, and that impedes progress. No, I'm a terrible lookout, to be absolutely honest with you. I'd rather run. No, I can do it. I mean, I can do it. Lookout is the easiest. Yeah, that's fine. I'll be a crystal bearer thingy bobber, a shooty thingy. Yeah, it don't matter which. Because if we can get like 48% or 48 count, whatever, then that's 2 rounds easy. I know I can kill my dog in 1 at 24, but that's blowing slam and both my grenades and all that stuff. I can't expect everyone to do that. So what it is I just throw 1 grenade and do a little bit of damage and don't worry about it, and then I get ready to help the second dog. Actually, that's a good point. One of my viewers just mentioned about using subclasses will help keep you alive. Like, Goldie's not really that important unless you're totally comfortable with staying alive during the event. So if you're Arcstrider or if you're a Warlock or a Hunter, then Arcstrider with Recovery, you devour Voidwalkers. Depending on how you feel with Titan, you can be any because they all have Barricade. But it's really a flavor. I like dual pulse nades because you'll make sure you always have a grenade ready for a bather. Tether is also really good, especially for the bathers. That helps keep them at bay so you guys can freely DPS in the middle. Do you have Arcstrider? Do you have Recovery all unlocked and all that? Every time you do a melee kill under Arcstrider, you get healed. That right there makes it the perfect roaming super for this whole entire raid. Tether is not necessarily important because there's no bosses. Even Callus doesn't get affected by Tether, so it's kind of a moot point. But Tether is really good for bunches of ads, like the Castellum area, because you're giving orbs for everybody, or going Arcstrider, whichever one you like better, the two. Arcstrider will keep you alive better. So if you're like under 290 light, I would suggest a survivability loadout. If you're above 290, then DPS is fine. Yeah. And then beyond that, just let me know when y'all are ready. We'll do it again. Lad, stop mentioning glitches, man. These people don't know the whole entire raid. We're going to do it legit. Glitches for speedrun and 2-man and all that stuff. I'm not going to teach them how to glitch it just to get it done. What's up, Nance? Alright, let's do this then. 3, 2, 1. Sorry to hear that, Nats. I don't have tracks. I don't have to worry about that. I'm freaking lifting all my shots. Someone should be relieving me.
Guardian down.
I'm coming right now. John, go ahead and go. Go now. Go now. Go now. It's fine. John, go ahead and go.
Guardian down.
I got you. Alright, I got you. Yeah, don't sweat it. You should be locking pretty soon. Mine's locked, is it? You guys locked? Alright. Everybody to the middle. You don't have to have it. Shit, which one's not? Yeah, I'm coming back. Alright, you're here. I'm here. Go ahead and go. John, get out. Go. John, go. John, get out. You're good. Oh, shit. Legionary got me. I'm down. Who's not moving fast enough? We should be moving faster. Yeah, I'm coming for you right now, John. I'm coming, John. Nope. Who died? Oh no, we got corrupted. We got corrupted. The only thing I noticed there is either one or two people aren't moving fast enough because we're getting way too close on our buff wearing off. We should be moving it more like 15, not 3. And if you know you can't kill the Bather real easily, don't worry about it. So what we're gonna do is the middle people, as soon as you get the buff and all that, just start rotating. Just start moving. We'll just move faster. It's fine. Just run. Just run. Plenty of us have rockets and other methods to kill them. We can cover. It's not even that. As soon as your relief's there, just go. If we're constantly moving, we're gonna die a lot less. It's fine. All right, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Alright, you guys should start rotating now. Don't worry about the timers, just start moving. John, coming at you right now. Go ahead, go. I got him. It's fine. Yep, yep. Go ahead and go, John. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nope. You'll see the little knobs go all the way to the top. They're not all locked yet.
Guardian down.
Go ahead and pick up long range. I'm gonna start clearing ants since my sweeper's still going.
Guardian down. Guardian down.
We're dead anyway. I'm not gonna be able to do it. It's already immune. Where's the counselor? It's okay. Punch him. It's okay. Just practice. Yeah. Original positions now. Yep, original positions. Just go ahead and go. Don't have to wait. Just get on your work. It was messy, but that's it. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get there. Go ahead and go, Jim. Yeah, yep. die. Go ahead and go, John. Easy, children. It's all good. We do this. Loot makes everybody feel better. Mine's locking right now. Okay, that's the beat. Go ahead and go in the middle. Go in the middle. I have the super. I have the first super. All right, mine's down. Mine's down. Back ones. Good job, guys. Woo! I got the Ghost Privates. I wanted this gun for a long time. I'm excited. I'm going around and get ammo. Now, do you guys know your way through the underbelly? Or no? Okay, I ain't gonna teach it. It's too difficult. I've tried. It's no. I get lost myself. I ain't gonna do it. There is a super secret way right over here. Oh yeah. See, there's a lever right here. There's a lever right here. And what it does is it opens up a grate, and you can go down in it. Go ahead. You're just gonna get lost down there. Man, Vlad, I get lost in that underbelly every time. Alright, so now we get to go back out to the front and we get to do that Castellum event all over again. Oh, and if you notice, the water's purified. Look, it don't hurt no more. But you can still jump in the pools and die, so don't. Oh, speaking of which, all you Titans out there, change your barricade to rally. Because I'm a dummy and did not do that. There's more than 2 levers, just to let you guys know. I'm not telling you where the other ones are. No, I'm not doing underbelly. I know. They're on the same side, just down over here. That's all. Yeah, they're all 4 of them on the right side. 2 front, 2 back. Yeah, Vlad, I just got the Ghost Promise. I'm super excited about that. Ooh. Shit, I don't know which one I like better. I do like Vasco better though. What happens if I put this one on? All right. Anyways, yeah. Let's go back up to the front. Oh, the gun sounds awesome. All right, where's my name? Back out to the front we go. Back out to the front we go. Which key did we get just now? Okay, so later on when you get to the point to where you're going to do the keys, which you can do at any point, solo or not, it doesn't matter. Armory is one of the more difficult ones because you have to kill the little watchers without them detecting you. You have to kill all 4 of them in like 5 seconds. Oh yeah. You can do it solo, just so you know. But there's an order to it. If you don't do it in the right order, it ain't gonna work. Yes. Gauntlet is actually one of the easier ones, so I kind of feel good about that. Dog is a damn hard one. Yeah, that one's fun. All right, I'm a defend. I am not a good runner, so I'm not going to. I'm telling you, dude. Yep. First one is cup. Yeah. What's the second one? Was there a counselor up or something? Why is it not moving? That's what I wanted to do.
Guardian down. She can run around looking for the counselors if she wants, and all she has to do is walk up to him and punch him. Son. Counselor is... I don't see him. There's counselor up. Where's... Oh, we got him. Good. Guardian down.
Just stay alive. Shit, I'm saying that. I'm about to die. Why can't I hit this counselor? Someone punch him.
Guardian down.
Escape routes open. Turn around, get your ammo if you need it. Now remember, you guys only get the first time. You can still get engrams and stuff and your tokens. If you're on the shotgun quest. I know, I can't wait for the prestige raid so I can get my final. That's gonna be good times. And look, these little wispies there. But me? Oh, okay, so who needs an explanation for this fight? This one's super easy and fun and not bad actually. But you can still die. You can still die because the raid is hard. Okay.
Impress me,
Do you know what to do?
and I will show you the path to true power.
Okie dokie. Alright, so this is the gauntlet. Now, this is, oh my god, this is going to be a hell of a time explaining. What's up? You sure can. Do you need to hear the explanation for this fight? Alright. Serious? That sounds like Wi-Fi aggro. Okay, so the way this starts is everybody still stands on their platform, makes it come down, stays on it and all that. Don't do it now, there's no point. And the fight's going to start. What you're going to see is, I'm going to use Sun over here as a template. Okay, so standing over here, each side there's a door. One on that side, one on that side. Each side spawns one Cabal Centurion, or yeah, Centurion or Legionnaire or whatever the fuck they're called, and two Silence. Each side does it at the same time, 3 times, 3 waves of them, right? It's generally easy for, which I'll get, no, I'll just explain that part later on. So everyone holds a platform. They can stand right where I'm standing, over by where Long Range is standing. They can stand over by where John's standing. It doesn't really matter which. The point is, you're going to have 9 mobs total, 3 on each side, so or 18. I'm sorry. You're going to have 6, 3 on each side, 3 times. And then after that is a big Mammoth Hammer rocket launching Bronto Centurion guy that's a pain in the ass to kill. You're going to use a super rocket launchers, that kind of shit on him. He's just a baddie. He's kind of like those little bosses in the public events. Not as many hit points, but very, very similar. You know, he jumps up in the air, he floats, he shoots rockets that will just take your head right off. Anyways, once that's done, not even once that's done, because it can happen beforehand, there's going to be a platform that spawns right where I'm standing. Under, shit, was it Cups and, oh, it's not Dogs, is it? Or is it Sun and Axis? I can't remember. There's going to be two platforms that spawn. those are going to be for the runners. All right. Now, during that, what's going to happen is the runners are going to go inside. They're going to be armed with a ball. They're going to start at one of these little gate things here, and they're going to release. And they're going to have to run. They're going to jump over this little wall thing here, and they're going to see the next little tic-tac-toe square board, which is 3x3, which is right there behind where these arrows are. Now, this is the part where it's really difficult and makes it such a fun time to explain. All 9 of these spots are all going to be red. One's going to be green. And you're going to have to call out which one that green one is. You don't have to call out left or right or center like in regards to the columns. Only the rows. So it's either going to be top, middle, or bottom. The left and right sides are only for you when you're jumping through, because you have to jump through the same circle, and for later on the very last phase of the fight. For now, you only have to call out it's either the top, the middle, or the bottom. Here's where the fun part is for the rest of us while we're standing on these platforms. One person is going to stand on a platform, and the other person, which is always going to be there's going to be, oh god damn it, this is where it's difficult to explain. Okay, so we're going to go back to the teams of 3 thing like we did in the Bavs. You're going to have 1 runner and 2 partners. Okay. One partner is always going to be the one to stand on these platforms. The other one is going to always be the one that's going to have to run and punch the scion that's going to spawn here after a runner has jumped through his little circle thingy that's back here. And then that person is going to have to run this way, and catch back up, and shoot his arrow, and punch his scion. Oh, here's the platform. So it's cup and then axes or dogs across the way. That's where the runner portals are. The one who's on top is always going to have to run first and jump on a platform. You have to jump on the platform in order to open up what these little windows are that light up. So it's a concerted effort. It has to be teams of 3 doing this. Now, so the person who jumps up on the platform is always going to be the top. Is always going to be the upper, however you want to call it. What that means is the other partner is going to be the lower. And so when that runner calls out, say, top, that means whoever's upper would shoot middle, whoever's lower would shoot bottom. He's going to call out one top, middle, or bottom. The partners have to shoot the 2 other triangles till they turn green. You guys with me so far, or did I already lose you guys? Yeah, it's hard, man. It's complicated. This has got a lot of moving parts, but the event itself is not hard. It's just got a lot of moving parts. Okay, so to recap what I've said so far is, okay, so say you and me and Teresa are on one team. Say I'm the runner, okay? So I'm inside this outer circle back in there. And I'm going to look at my 9 little circles here, and I'm going to see the middle one's lit up. So I'm going to say middle. You, being the platform jumper, would always shoot the upper one. Teresa would be shooting the lower one. Teresa would also be the one who has to run cleanup, because every time I jump through one of these circles, there's going to be a scion that spawns right here, a punchy scion. So she's going to have to run in, punch it, and then come over to here to get ready to shoot the next arrow, and so on and so forth. Whereas as soon as yours turns green, you jump down off your platform, go to the next one. Because you have to be on your platform in order for me to see which one's lit up. Then if I call bottom, which one would you shoot? No. Because you're upper. So if I call bottom, which one would you shoot? And which one would Teresa shoot? And if I say top? Exactly. Boom. That's it. You do that 3 times. Basically, if you look, cup has a portal. and dogs has a portal, right? So it only goes that one half. So whoever goes in the dog portal only runs to the end where it starts to cup, and then they come out. And you come out with the orb, you run to the middle, you plant orb on one of these little elephant snouts, and then you do it again. And you do that 3 times. The second time, these little pillars here start moving up and down. Not bad, but like a little carnival ride. And then the third time, they start moving like it's a haunted house. Yeah, it's not bad. It really isn't. So if you have a pulse rifle or a scout rifle, you're in good shape. If you have a hand cannon, you might have a little difficulty. Auto rifles work really good too. You don't just shoot it once. You have to keep shooting it until they both light up. And the reason for that is because they have to be shot at the same time. If you miss the first shot, then they just won't light up. So you just keep shooting. So if you use like your scout, you would sit there and just keep shooting until they both light up, and then you're done. You jump down, you run, you go to the next one over here. You wait till it lights up. I say top, and then you start shooting the middle one. It lights up green. You jump down, you run, you go to the next one, so on and so forth. Now, the final stage. What? Zero? Do you have DIM, Destiny Item Manager? Oh. So, you might not want to be top. You might want to be a runner or a bottom. Because if you're a bottom, if you're a lower, then you have to get closer anyways because you're always on the outside ring from punching scions. So what are you using for your guns? What guns are you using right now? Oh Lord. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That just means you're really good on ads. What are you using? Risk Runner and like Antiope or something? Or Antiope? Sorry. I'm a nerd. Okay, so Antiope and New Monarchy. The Risk Runner works really... No, I don't know if it'll work good on this fight. It'll work good on Callus fight, though. Because you get a lot of collection of ads, like in the spawn points. Anyway, final stage. We all get to go in and be a runner at the same time. And what's going to happen is on this little 9-square, tic-tac-toe board, 4 are going to have an orb. So remember I said teams of 3. There's 2 teams of 3. You're going to have one team skip the first, one team skip the second. Well, I don't know. Some people have different strategies for that. I don't like either one of those strategies. So I just usually go with call whichever one you're going to get if you're not going to get any. The people who are better jumpers, and I don't mean any offense whatsoever, but you're going to have to have parkour skills in this part, are going to want to run last, meaning as in just let everybody go a little ahead. And the reason for that is because after the first round, like the first section, the floor is going to start falling apart. The floor starts falling out. Oh, it's a child. A child and a dog.
Coming in.
I didn't know you guys went out.
I said I was leaving for a walk.
I thought you went out the garage.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So the final stage is after you run, and if you notice, each different section has different little walls here. Well, on that third and final stage, they're a little more aggressive. So, and you gotta watch out. There's different holes and different sections of this floor are missing. Some are little bridges. The second section. So basically, when we all run through the first set of holes, all of a sudden the floor starts moving. It doesn't disappear. It moves out of the way. So you'll notice it. So if you're not careful, you'll die. So hunters tend to do really well with that because they can do the double jump and triple jump and all that crap. Whereas warlocks and titans who have to glide, kind of see it like, uh-oh. Now, the plus side to all this is that you can have people die. It's fine.
Did you say something on the post?
At that point, you actually only need 3 orbs to come out. So when you're done, you come out of the orb, you run here, pick up your reses, plant your orbs, and the event's over. And that's it. Gauntlet and baths. I don't know. I consider Gauntlet easier than baths, but not many other people do. And the reason why I do is I consider Gauntlet easier is because once you know how it works, it's very, very simple and easy and fast. But the learning process is harder because it has more moving parts. Whereas baths, there's really only two mechanics to deal with. You know, the bathers and the buff, and that's it. Whereas in this event, you're having someone run. They can't see which orb lights up until the top runner or the top partner gets on the platform. Then he calls out. Then you two shoot the opposite arrows, and then you move on to the next one, do the same thing. You do that 3 times for 3 rounds. And then everybody runs, and then everybody collects loot. And that's it. The ads are very minuscule. They're not even bad at all. Now, the 2 other things of note is one I already mentioned is the Scion. Right? White Scion spawns right at the base. Right? Like, well, I'll go over where you guys are at so I can point it out more. There's another Scion that also spawns, a purple one. That purple, yes. Okay, so the white punchy Scion spawns right here. Comes in a little white bubble. You have to run up and you punch him, and the lower partner is the one that punches him, and then shoots the next one and does that. So it plays cleanup. So the upper partner triggers the platform, and the lower partner punches the Scion. Everybody has to keep an eye out because 2 things. One, if someone dies, now these are separate instances. If someone dies in the event, or rather, and also there's another event if someone misses their orb. And that's when you see a purple Scion, which you have to shoot. If you don't, it'll wipe the raid. And a champion will spawn if you die. Yeah, that's the fight in a nutshell. None of these fights are really hard. They're just difficult to have to learn them. So I hope everybody got that, because I'm not explaining that again. Yep. I don't know, where'd you go? Was it the crown chopper or crown splitter or whatever? Yeah, you look all knightish. Check this out. Let me show you something that I like. This is my favorite armor setup. Team Barbarian. Yeah, it's Team Barbarian right here. Hell yeah, Barbarian life. Actually, speaking of which, I do need to switch my armor around. Whoops, wrong one. Because I need more mobility. Yeah, they did. That's exactly what they used. Jesus. Oh, it's flagged for mature. You do what you gotta do. There, I'm gonna run 554 actually on this event. What to hear? The way we came in, same thing. Oh, the elevator. I don't know. The air. I don't know.
Guardian down.
We just wipe it? Yeah. Danny, I hope you guys know the fight because I just explained the fuck out of it. No, you're good. I don't have I don't have any problem. I just don't want to repeat it. I'm doing the 2 teams to 3. Platform shoots the upper. The lower punches the scion. Yeah. You can shoot. You can do the shoot the neighbor to the right, but what? Yeah. 2 teams of 3. Oh shit! My controller's dying. No. Why is? Oh, my controller. Because it's so much easier. No way, dude. Trust me. But yeah, you do 2 teams of 3. And you always have 2 people run with the runner. And the top partner triggers the platform and shoots the upper arrow. And the lower shoots the lower arrow and punches the scion when you clear through. Oh shit. You know what? To be perfectly honest, my headset was not connected, so when it came undone, I didn't hear it. I don't know. Oh, that's nothing. My oldest daughter is older than you.
Guardian down.
Danny, why? Okay, so anyways, Danny, the 2 teams of 3 running strat is way better than the shooting the partners arrow strat. No, die, wipe it. Because you don't want to use their. Oh, I guess the event didn't start yet. Alright, so I jumped off. Yeah, that's what I did. I didn't care. Alright, so it works way easier because you don't have to sit there and worry about reses or anything because you're always constantly moving. I mean, Danny, if you want to do the other way, we can. It's just more difficult for the callouts. Okay. That part's easy. I can explain the running part. You have 2 teams of 3. Runner goes in cups and dogs, right? Or axes. Dogs. And has 2 partners. So say, for instance, it'll be Nick, Danny, and Pocket. Danny's running. Pocket's lower, Nick is upper. Nick runs to the platform to trigger the orb. Danny calls out which circle is lit up. Nick shoots the upper of the opposite 2. You know, the one you didn't call. Pocket shoots the lower of the one of the 2 you didn't call. And then Pocket runs and punches the scion after you jump through your circle. And then we go to the next one and do the same thing. We go to the next one and do the same thing. The other team does the exact same thing on their side. Okay, which part loses you? Okay, so do you know how to run? Okay, so when you run, you see what circle lights up, right? Doesn't matter. I'm just I'm explaining each position one at a time. So, okay, so runner comes through. Comes through, sees what circle's lit up, right? Say it's the top. No. Just no. Wait, trust me. It's more than that. When you come through to the next stage, out of these 9 circles, one's going to be lit up green. The rest are going to be red. You're going to say which one the green one is. You don't have to worry about the left or the right. You just have to say top, middle, or bottom. That's it. That's all you have to do, right? And then as soon as the little orange wall disappears, you jump through, collect the orb, you go to the next one. Go to the next one, you go to the next one. There's 3, you go through 3 of them, and then you come back out and you go and slam the orb into the center elevator area where the little elephant tusk things are. Trunks, rather. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, now if that's the part you want to focus on after everything I just said, then we're going to lose. But because that's the part that doesn't matter. So you're going to have 2 people that are going to be on your team. Now, say Danny's the upper, right? But that's okay, because there's going to have to be people with questions, and I'm going to have to explain this 3, 4, 5 more times. It doesn't matter. So the more I can get with the more I can get with the picture and handle it individually, for that matter, is totally cool with me. So that way we know. So when he's here, we can do it. Okay, so when the fight starts, again, we'll be starting at cups because that's where one of the portals are, and that's the one I'm gonna start with because it's closer to me. So Teresa jumps into cups. Now, Danny is the top person, so he comes over to this platform, right? Stands on this platform, waits for the circle that Teresa is going to call out. She's going to call out, say, middle. Therefore, Danny shoots the top one. He shoots it till it turns green. Once that happens, he jumps down, runs over to the next platform, jumps on it, triggers it, so that way Teresa can then see the next one and be able to call it out. He shoots the upper of the 2 she did not call. Danny moves on to the next. With me so far? Because the way it works is there's 3 arrows, only 1 lights up, you have to shoot the 2 others. So we shoot 2, you jump through 1, all 3 have been used, if that makes sense. Yeah. Top and bottom. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not a problem. Yeah. You're kinesthetic. Yeah. Yeah. Totally cool. I understand completely. Now, the lower partner, say, would be me in this instance, right? So we're at cups. Danny started it off. He shoots the top. I would shoot the bottom if you called middle. After you jump through your circle, a counselor scion is going to spawn in a little white bubble. I have to run in and I have to punch it. And then I go over to here and I wait for the next call out, which then say I have to shoot, oops, gee, I'm gonna die. I have to shoot middle. So I would shoot middle, run over, punch the scion, go to the next one, wait for the call out, shoot the lower of the 2 you didn't call, punch the scion. So for each 3 times. So Danny's always shooting the upper of the 2 you did not call, and Pocket's always shooting the lower of the two you did not call. And that works for both sides, 2 teams of 3. Same thing with the other side. You only have to go through 3 walls, and then that makes 2 halves into a whole circle because there's 2 teams running. So you only go from cups to... Yes. So you only do half at a time. Now we do that 3 rounds. So you only have to jump through 3, but you have to do it 3 times. Now the very final phase, after that's all done, and we all go into the middle, we all grab an orb, and we all run at the same time. After the first section, the floor starts falling out. And there's going to be like little bridges and ledges, and you got to time your jumps and you got to watch your jumps. Now, if you remember, you guys doing the running before, and you see all the elephant trunks that are in here, some of them are going to have orbs, so we're only going to really need like 3 of them at the very end. So it's okay if people don't make their jumps and die. But the difficulty comes into play where when you look at these, 9 tic-tac-toe boards, each one is only going to have 4 orbs. You have to stagger. Generally what you do is, because you're doing 2 teams of 3, is you have one team skip the first one and the third one. Second team skip the second one and the fourth one. And then you have people who generally are very comfortable with all the jumping and everything run near the back and play cleanup in case someone dies or they miss an orb, so on and so forth. Because if everything's done right, you only need to bring 3 out instead of all 6. Because once this little ring here is all lit up, you get loot. So the first time you guys run, both teams, there's 2 orbs done. And then 2 more orbs done. And then 2 more orbs done. And that leaves 3 trunks left. Now, for people that are shooting, the first round the platforms stay still. These top platforms. Like when you jump on them, when it begins, these platforms, which is the one I'm on is now going all the way down to the floor, will go all the way back up. That goes for every single platform that the top shooter has to be on. It will be at the most upright position. The second round and the third round, they stagger up and down like a little carnival ride. Round 2 is not so bad. Round 3 is a little worse. So like I was saying before, more stable long-range guns are better. Hand cannon, SMGs, a little more difficult. Scouts, pulse, all rifles, perfect. There's also a purple scion that can spawn if someone misses their orb. And there's also another champion that can spawn if someone dies. And that's not counting the 18 ads each section has to deal with before we even get to the running stage. And that's done by 1 Legionnaire and 2 Scions out of each door. So each section, like for instance, I'm here at Sun, the door right there on my left and the door right over here on my right will spawn 1 Legionnaire, 2 Scions each. They rush towards the middle to try to kill me, and then after that, about 5 seconds later, another wave spawns and another wave spawns. But then after that, a Centurion comes out with a big meaty rocket launcher that can kill me 1 shot, or close to it rather. And so that's where the hardest difficulty part comes into play. And that's it. There's not a lot of ads. That's it. It's all running and coordinate and all the moving parts. And that's the fight in a nutshell. So, anybody have any questions yet? All right. I don't think we're all here yet. I can't really hear you, but I caught some of it. So take care of you, man. I understand. Take care of you. Yeah. Uber that shit. Or Lyft. Damn. No, man. Take care of you. Real life first. Real life first, man. It's all good. Dude, this gun is spiffy. I really like this gun.
Guardian down. Guardian down. Guardian down. Guardian down.
Shouldn't we be doing something? Do we have another guy coming in? No. That Bloom Blast game is way better than Candy Crush anyways.
Guardian down.
Yeah, if we're not raiding, I'm cool with that. No, take mine. It's fine. I can eat. I had Subway for dinner. I got the other half sitting right in front of me. I don't mind. It don't matter to me. Stream eating it. No, I don't have my camera turned on. I haven't had my camera turned on in a while. Or we can go do the armory while we're here. Take us to orbit and bring us. Take us to orbit. Take us back down into the beginning. Because we don't have to have 6 to do that. Hell, I've done all the keys solo, so I'm not really too worried about it. I am special. My seat has my name on it on that short bus. Wow. That was actually kind of cool. Never.
Guardian down.
Oh, I didn't do it the first time. No, that's not those aren't the ones you're gonna want to take. You want to take 6, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, I thought I said 3. It's 1. It's 1, 5, 3, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I'm about to do 1 right now. So you just gotta hit 5, and then I have to hit 3 and 2. Then you have to hit 4 and 6. All right, 1, 3, 2. There we go. Nice.
Guardian down.
What is that bad?
Guardian down. Guardian down.
Oh, okay.
Guardian down. Guardian down. Guardian down.
Shit, I don't even remember which one the armory one is. Yeah, I'm looking in the map real quick. Unless you know the way of the armory. Don't open that door. Because this is where the fun comes into play. Wait, this actually might not be the one. This is the engine room, I think. No, that's transfer room. Okay, that's not the one we need. Never mind, you can open it. This is not the one we need. This is for transfer key. So we can skip these watchers. Don't worry, Drew. Don't waste your grenades, because this next room is the one we're going to need for the watchers. It's not. If when you open that door, we have to kill the watchers. So you can open it, but don't trigger any of the watchers, because we have to kill. There's 4 of them, and we have to kill all 4 in 5 seconds. You won't kill them fast enough with a super. If you have a grenade launcher, that'll work. But yeah, let's pop open the door and let's kill it and see if we can. If not, we can always reset it. It's not a big deal. Don't rush out. Alright, you guys ready? There's 4. There you go, we gotta kill him. Nope, too late. Because they alerted. Yeah, we just kill them to get ammo and reset.
Guardian down.
Just gonna wait a second for this watcher to. Okay, the best thing to do is not everybody stand at the same doors. Yeah, like I'm going all the way over here to the far side. Actually, I don't know if I can open this door from here. Yeah, fuck. I can stand right out here though. Alright, if you leave the room, the doors will close. There's one all the way up top. I can handle no, it won't let you through. That's why I'm over here. I can grab the one in front and then the one to the left. Yeah, as soon as the doors close, open it back up. No, I'm out. Shit, I'm not out. I'm out. Shit. It's the other door. Okay. Just remember, every 5 seconds, you're going to see that red light change direction. Just don't be in the red light and you won't get spotted. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can just take that one. I'm going to go all the way over. No! We have to go. Damn it, didn't work.
Guardian down.
It's okay. Just adds an ammo. Well, what the hell? If you have a rocket launcher or a grenade launcher, you're in good shape. Yeah, you don't have to get all close, just as long as you can see it to be in range. Shit. Nope. This one right in front of me is in a bad spot. Okay, I'm ready. If you guys are. Go. I killed 2. The sequence should have ended. Maybe we're just off. Oh, there's 4. No, just do it again. Just don't be in the. You just have to not be in the red light. If the red light's flashing at you, stand behind until you see it come off. Don't go. Let me know when you guys are ready.
Guardian down.
Okay. Yeah, the Prospector makes it easy. I can do all 4 of them with the Prospector. It's only good for it's only good for here. I cannot stand grenade launchers at all. I'm not even using the Prospector right now. I'm using the Iron Banner one. It works the same way though. Still takes just 2 shots to kill him.
Guardian down.
Yeah, when they alert, they all go on you. That's why you only have 5 seconds to kill them. I'm not the one who triggered it.
Guardian down.
You don't even have to do that. We don't need everybody. So if y'all want to play your crossy roads or crosswords or whatever the hell you do, you can. Not yet, not yet, not yet, because the lights are pointing the wrong way. Alright, whenever you guys are ready. 3, 2, 1, go. There's a gold door here somewhere. It's over here. This corner. Those tokens are good. Yeah, it's the raid loot table. Jesus, that's harsh. What? Trow, as in like sniffing trow? Alright, so we're done. I'm gonna go join another raid. Yeah, I'm a clan trading.
Guardian?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the fun. We will finish this again later when you guys are ready, or if you do without me, whichever. But we'll do the things. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. And Danny, if you guys are still doing Iron Banner for a while, send me an invite later on. I'm done.
Speak to me not of the darkness. I want no part.
us has seen the end. Ready for reassignment.
But how are you in a fight? I can help you. What do you need? If you can, less complicated. Annihilate your opponents. Reap their glory.
When you whisper to the void, does it whisper back?
Solving problems out in the world, huh? Good for you. That'll have to do.
Oh, time to